Rey's debut in 2015's The Force Awakens reignited a familiar debate: is she a Mary Sue, a character unrealistically gifted without sufficient explanation, or is that label itself a symptom of misogynistic backlash? Traditionally, a Mary Sue is defined as an idealized character who masters every challenge effortlessly, possesses unexplained powers, and lacks meaningful flaws. Critics point to Rey's lightning-quick force aptitude, her victorious duel with Kylo Ren, and her instinctive piloting of the Falcon as hallmark Mary Sue traits, arguing these feats break from established Star Wars canon and undermine dramatic tension. Yet when we place Rey's journey alongside that of Luke Skywalker and Anakin before her, the criticism loses much of its sting. Anakin arrives on Coruscant with raw talent and limited Jedi guidance, while Luke swiftly taps into the Force to destroy the Death Star after minimal training. Rey, similarly, inherits unprecedented Force potential through her Palpatine lineage, forges a Force dyad with Kylo Ren, and channels centuries of Jedi insight in her climactic battle. Given this precedent, her rapid progression aligns with saga themes of latent power and destiny rather than an isolated narrative shortcut. Defenders further emphasize that Rey's skill set isn't plucked from thin air. In The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, she endures intense tutelage under Luke Skywalker and General Leia Organa, confronting physical and moral trials that expose her vulnerabilities. Prior to her on-screen exploits, tie-in media like Before the Awakening reveal extensive simulator training with the Resistance, underscoring her dedication and iterative growth. Far from having no flaws, Rey wrestles with self-doubt, isolation, and the lure of darkness, traits that complicate, rather than flatten, her character arc. Moreover, the Mary Sue critique too often veers into gendered territory. Female protagonists routinely face harsher scrutiny for abilities that male heroes take for granted. Daisy Ridley herself pointed out how fans equated Luke's swift force mastery with heroic potential but labeled similar feats by Rey as implausible or unearned, a disparity Ridley called sexist when discussing the Backlash on the Happy Sad Confused podcast. Harassment spilled over from online forums into personal attacks, forcing Ridley to step away from social media as vitriol intensified, an experience she later described as so distressing she literally couldn't sleep after viral misrepresentations of her interviews appeared. When we weigh Rey's narrative function, her challenges, and the broader fandom dynamics, it's clear that dismissing her as a Mary Sue oversimplifies both her character and the saga's mythology. While no story is immune to pacing or thematic critiques, many objections to Rey's arc reveal more about entrenched double standards than genuine narrative faults. As the galaxy continues to expand, Rey's journey invites us to reconsider whose talents we deem earned and whose we label undeserved.